about it. That will be good now.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so I'll tell all that. Then I'll say, now look, even from his chat. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, a warm welcome to all of you gathered from all over the world for today's very special Nithyananda Satsang. As we sit in congregation around the world, waiting for today's powerful cognitions, the presence of the incarnation, our beloved Bhagavan, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, the living incarnation of Paramashiva. Let us prepare ourselves to receive today's powerful cognitions and today's powerful initiations. The superconscious breakthrough happens through spiritual initiation. That is why that is the core of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, receiving initiation from the great incarnations and moving to the next frequency of our existence. And as humanity, we are poised today to move into the next frequency of existence, which is existing as the divine, as Paramashiva himself, moving from man to divine, radiating the powers of Paramashiva and living as Paramashiva himself. And we have all been continuously receiving the initiation and powerful cognitions for this transition to happen in our life, for this breakthrough to happen in our life, which is why the incarnation has happened also. When Paramashiva incarnates, he incarnates with the ultimate purpose of each human being to fulfill. So if he is incarnated, we need to understand the urgency of fulfilling the purpose of our birth, which is having the superconscious breakthrough. So it is time we aligned with the advent of Paramashiva on the planet and woke up to the truth that it is now or never. When we are in the human body, let us wake up to this happening on the planet and align ourselves to it and have the superconscious breakthrough in our life. Today is a very special satsang. I'm first going to read out to you a direct clarion call from Bhagavan himself about today's satsang, what we're going to witness just shortly. Please listen with your complete being to this direct clarion call from Paramashiva from Kailasa. Quote, direct clarion call from Paramashiva from Kailasa. Ultimate revelations about cosmology for the whole world. 13th April 2020, 7:30 a.m. IST. O humanity, listen to the truths about cosmology directly from Paramashiva and realign yourself to these great revelations. This will be the greatest breakthrough for modern day human beings. Fundamental cosmological truths Paramashiva will be revealing. All the 18 Puranas and Upapuranas of Hinduism is history of cosmos, not mythology. Vision for humanity and world and all beings, science of beings and identity as per cosmos. All are welcome to join live at nithyananda.tv at 7:30 a.m. IST. Share, celebrate, enrich and enjoy. That was a direct message from Bhagavan, a clarion call to the whole of humanity. Before we move further into today's pre-satsang segment, let us take a minute or two off now and reach out this message to our near and dear ones, our family, friends, relatives, in whosever life you're seeing now, right in front of you, the direct message from Bhagwan himself, which we just now read out. Share this post. It is in the Facebook profile called Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. You are seeing it in front of you. Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile. Share this post immediately on your timelines, on all the groups you are part of. The spiritual credit, the punya of sharing this with as many people will reach you immediately, because the breakthrough satsang we are about to hear at 7:30 today can turn the lives of millions around the world, especially when the corona is raging out there. The world is in need of a breakthrough. Corona has happened for God knows what cosmological reasons. We need to have the breakthrough cognition with cosmos itself, so that we align our life on this physical planet with the cosmological happenings and the equations. We are going to have a deeper understanding of the cosmological truths so that we can translate it into our own intense activism for the superconscious breakthrough to happen in our life and deal with such real-time situations such as the corona. So it is all very closely linked. If not, it will never be on the agenda of the incarnations. So let us wake up with that simple intelligence and simple obedience and start taking things seriously. Start taking the topic of superconscious breakthrough in our life seriously. So please share this post from Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile and start making calls to your family, friends and relatives. Post on your family WhatsApp groups and gather them to nithyananda.tv now, because even this pre-satsang preparatory segment will help set a deeper context for what we're going to hear from Bhagwan. We'll give you a minute or two now to do that. Please continue to call your family, friends and relatives and ask them to join this Nithyananda.tv right now, so that they prepare themselves and stay on for the live satsang of Bhagwan. Whatever the avatars are doing, that is the dire need for humanity at that moment. So let us not disregard that anymore in our life. It is high time. We have learnt many lessons. It is now time to wake up and align to the great incarnations as they are happening on the planet. Clarion calls have been given many times in the past by many of the great incarnations. If we had missed it at that time, let us not miss it now. And let us not allow any of our near and dear ones to miss it too. So call with all your sincerity, and all the punya, the spiritual credit for making this difference in their life will go to you. So during this entire pre-satsang segment, make an all-out effort to share this post so that many beings are touched. And now we will move further into this session. So why is it so important to understand the cosmological truths which Bhagavan is about to deliver to us in barely an hour and a half away? It is important because all that happens in the cosmos, by the grace of Paramashiva, when we understand the deeper truths, we will connect it to our own life because we are part of the cosmos. When we understand the great cosmological happenings and how Paramashiva is functioning at the cosmic level, we'll understand and appreciate when he comes down as an incarnation, how he's happening on the planet and how we can connect and align our life to it. And like how Paramashiva, as Ananda Nataraja, the cosmic dancer, in all his intense cosmic dance, he's conducting the entire cosmos. We will understand how we can conduct the dance of our life, how we can do the Ananda Tandava of our life, the cosmic dance of our life, with intense activism. When we understand the higher truths, the cosmology truths, we will break many of our own personal barriers and start functioning like Paramashiva with complete activism without stopping the cosmic dance even for a moment, come what may. There cannot be a heavier persecution happening in the life of any of us bigger than what is happening in the life of Bhagavan. We all know that. Amidst the continued persecution, the Ananda Tandava, the cosmic dance, never stops. Bhagavan's contribution to humanity is only increasing multifold, exponentially. And his contribution started from day one when he landed on the planet. Even as a child, his contribution started. And the dance has never stopped. Ananda Nataraja's dance has never stopped. And we need to understand how to imbibe that in our life, which is why tuning into these cosmological truths becomes so important. There is a direct connection. We are not separate from the cosmos. Today, we're going to see very interesting things in this pre-satsang segment to do with the topic for today. The cosmological truths directly from Bhagavan and the dance of Ananda Nataraja, who's conducting the whole cosmos, Paramashiva, in the name of Ananda Nataraja, who's conducting the whole cosmos as a continuous cosmic dance with intense activism. And how, when the avatar, beloved Bhagavan, landed on the planet, from day one, we can see the cosmic dance being continued on the human plane through intense activism. One day, on the 24th of May, 2018, at Adi Kailash, the spiritual headquarters of the global Nithyan of Sri Kailasa nation, the global Sangha, we were called for a sudden session with Bhagavan. And we gathered outside the Adi Kailash Kutir, which is the small room that exists in Adi Kailash, from where Bhagavan built this entire Hindu nation. Built the spiritual headquarters in Bengaluru, and of course from there went on to build everything else. The saga of Tyaga, of sacrifice, for the sake of delivering the superconscious breakthrough to humanity, to you, me, and everyone else. And of course to all the other creatures and beings in this entire universe, taking them to the next level of evolution. It is the greatest saga of Tyaga, of sacrifice, when Paramashiva himself decides to come in human form. So on 24th of May 2018, we gathered outside Adi Kailash Kutir, which is a small room, the very beginnings of the worldwide mission. And as we gathered there, the session was conducted personally by Bhagavan himself. It was in that room that he stayed along with the owner of the land who donated the land to him. And from those humble, small beginnings where there was hardly a place for him to sleep, because the produce from the land would be kept in that room. The land's cultivation would be kept in that room, and all the wild animals would be all around. Amidst all of that, Bhagwan would sleep for just a couple of hours in that room, and the entire work started from there. And in that session on 24th of May 2018, you are now going to start seeing the photographs taken during that session. When we opened that room after so many years, to our shock, disbelief, pleasant surprise, and tears, we found still items which Bhagwan touched and used at that point in time, 18 years earlier. And we found hugely significant archival items. The first ever visiting card designed by Swamiji personally by himself. The first ever calendar designed by Swamiji personally by himself. The first ever keychain that was given out as an item from the ashram to seekers who came from all over the world, personally designed by Swamiji himself. The first of every item we found in Adi Kailash Kutir. You started seeing the pictures. This is the gathering that happened on 24th of May 2018. And behind Bhagwan, you're seeing the Adi Kailash Kutir, which we actually painted and spruced up. It was not even like this at the time 18 years ago. In this room, Bhagwan stayed with the owner of the land and with a single disciple at that point in time. No one else. Adi Kailash was a big jungle. It was just an extension of the forest reserve, or rather, just outside, on the outskirts of the forest reserve. And there were wild animals everywhere. There were snakes, there were tigers, there were, you name it. And in that room, Bhagwan stayed. And he started showing us each and every item that we discovered from inside the room and told us the history behind it. And he said, understand, when I was designing the visiting card, there was nothing with me. I was just empty-handed. But the vision was very clear. How I'm going to achieve it? I knew it was only going to be through intense Tyaga, activism, and inspiration for whole of humanity. Because with nothing in my hands, here I was sitting and designing a global visiting card. You can start seeing the pictures. Bhagwan is holding out each item personally. He's showing us the first ever calendar designed. Every single item was designed personally by Bhagwan. Finding a devotee or a disciple or a designer, working with them personally, inspiring them, setting the context to them, and showing them how to design it and getting it done. This is the first ever healing stick, a bamboo stick, which Bhagwan used to cut the bamboo, prepare the sticks, and hand it over to each person he initiated with the spiritual healing process. This is the first keychain which Bhagwan himself designed to gift to humanity. You can see the joy in his face as he's explaining about each item to us. For us, in our life, our past is nostalgia. For Bhagwan, it is the joy of his Tyaga for humanity, which has given rise as superconscious breakthrough in the life of so many human beings. This is one of the books that Bhagwan used to keep and read when he lived in the Adi Kailash Kutir. Yes, you can see it all a little bit eaten away here and there. It has survived so many years, and now it is part of the exclusive Adi Kailash Kutir archival museum that we have in Adi Kailash. Now you can see Bhagwan holding out the first ever visiting card that was designed, and so beautifully he explained to us, understand, with just the vision, I designed the visiting card, and I was ready for the intense Tyaga and intense hard work that was ahead of me, and we have achieved today. Here is one of the earliest photographs designed. You can see Bhagwan sitting in front of the sacred banyan tree in Adi Kailash. So much of effort has gone behind taking this photograph, identifying the photographer, inspiring him, setting the context for him, and sitting in front of the banyan tree and giving the blessing through this photograph for the entire humanity. Every single step of this procedure was done by Bhagwan himself. And here Bhagavan is looking into one of the first books published by the Sri Kailasa nation, the Hindu nation that Bhagavan has successfully established. And now you're seeing the earliest birthday celebrations of Bhagavan, the Jayanti celebrations, the invitation for which was completely conceived and designed by Bhagavan. And he went to every single celebrity and spiritual leader, political leader whom he wanted to be part of it, because only he knows that he's launching the very Hindu nation building through that uh, function. And he went to each of them personally, invited them, and got their concurrence, and then put their details in the invitation card. Every single detail he took care himself. And then, of course, sat on the throne and gave the blessings to the people. End to end tyaga and hard work. It is only years later that the disciples and sannyasis started to come and get trained and start the work. Yes, you are seeing one of the earliest Jayanti invitations, birthday invitations. Every word, every letter of it is the design and care and concern of Bhagavan. Next. And he was explaining to us, and he was also asking us at the same time. He asked us what each of us thought is the single contributing reason for this exponential growth in the mission. And he said, come on, each one of you tell me what you think is the contributing reason for this exponential growth. From this Adi Kailash Kutir, the small room that I used to live in, to this entire Hindu nation, Sri Kailasa. And each of us had a reason to say, Swamiji, it is your ultimate compassion for humanity. And some of us said, it is your extreme, unimaginable patience to work with each and every being and inspire the being towards their own enlightenment and build this Sangha brick by brick, build this Hindu nation brick by brick. So each of us had our own reasons. And he kept smiling and nodding his head and said, yes, this is also a contributing factor. This is also a contributing factor. And then finally, when we were done, he said, listen to it. The main contributing factor is I am in intense activity continuously, never stopping, never a comma in between. And I think there's a slight internet hitch. Yes, I think it is fixed now. Yes, I think it's fixed now. So then Bhagavan said, understand the single main contributing reason is while I am swimming in the ocean, I am already building the boat. And as I am rowing the boat, I am already building the ship. And as I am steering the ship, I'm already building the bridge. Understand, that is the essence of my life. Intense activism, the Ananda Tandava of Nataraja. And it suddenly awakened us what is happening in front of our eyes, the very cosmic dance of Ananda Nataraja that conducts this entire cosmological happenings has come down in all of its compassion, and in front of our own eyes, in the tangible human plane, we are seeing the Ananda Tandava, the cosmic dance, in the form of Paramashiva himself building the Sri Kailasa nation. And the lesson for us from it is, start the Ananda Tandava in your own life. It is not enough listening to the cosmological truths and watching the life of Bhagavan. We need to understand and imbibe from it. Start the Ananda Tandava in your own life because you are part of the cosmic happening. Bring in intense tyaga, intense activism, intensity itself into your life. So this is the deeper context we need to understand from the life of Bhagavan. Tyaga, ultimate unimaginable sacrifice, an intense activity like Ananda Nataraja himself. And that was a wake-up call to each one of us that day. As we move further into today's session with this deep context, understanding, I invite Nithya Sadashiva Priyananda to give us further insights into this topic that we are discussing today. Before we enter into the live darshan and live satsang of our beloved Bhagwan, let us prepare ourselves further on this topic.
Nithyanandamma, thank you very much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to be able to share from the life of the Avatar, from the autobiography of the Avatar with all of you today. Today, the topic, the deity, the presiding deity of today's Paramashivoham process, today's webinar, is actually something of extreme personal devotion to me. Nataraja, just like how Swamiji sees Arunachala as the very first love of him, and he has connected so deeply with Arunachala, the sacred hill, the embodiment of Paramashiva himself in Tiruvannamalai. In that way, Nataraja is the deity who I connect with so deeply in a personal level. And this is a gift that Swamiji, His Divine Holiness Swamiji himself gave me. The fact is, actually, in 2006, as Swamiji was already recognized in so many different ways, recognized in the United States by mayors and governors of very affluent cities and states, and recognized in India as the most growing, most potential Hindu guru and leader of Hindus in India itself. In 2006, His Divine Holiness decided to carve a deity of Nataraja and infuse that intense energy of Tyaga, of eternal bliss and high energy, that Ananda Tandava that we have been speaking about, into a beautiful golden deity. And it was under the gaze of this deity that I had the opportunity to grow up from a very young age, around 6 and 7. This deity is one of the largest Panchaloka means 5 metal deities in the world. It stands tall at 9.5 feet. And with the Pitam, it is 13 feet tall. And it was under this deity that I grew up, where Swamiji established the Enlightenment ecosystem in Seattle, Washington, in the United States, in a foreign country, having established an ecosystem where someone, a young girl, and so many kids can learn in Gurukul, and where priests can offer the authentic traditional puja, and all of this was happening in a foreign country, is actually not a joke to be able to establish. Establishing a Hindu temple in a country where the narrative is almost exactly opposite from the spiritual narrative and the spiritual teachings. This was one of the greatest contributions which Swamiji has done by establishing these temples and by making these deities. This deity had started in 2006, him making the deity. And from 2006, there are actually pictures of Swamiji engaging in the activities of sacred arts. And I've already said that he has already traveled the world by now. He has established himself as a Hindu leader, as a leader of 2 billion Hindus all over the world. There is no need for Swamiji to come down into the smallest of details and release himself from the work, the highest work which is need to be done, and come down and actually physically make the deities themselves. There's absolutely no need for him to do. He can easily tell somebody to do that. He can easily make someone else and guide someone else into that work. But as seen here, Swamiji himself is making the deities and engaging into the work with utmost intensity and passion and love. In the year 2006, Swamiji decided that he himself will make this deity, he himself will infuse that energy, impart that energy, that aspect of Ananda Tandava which is inside of him, and make this Nataraja deity. He himself traveled to Kumbakonam, which is a town in Tamil Nadu, which is very well known for the making of deities. He stayed there for 6 days and made the deity's wax model, and he himself narrates that uh, he had slept on a gunny bag, which is just a bag made out of threads at that time, and he used a brick as a pillow and continuously worked to make that deity. The fact of the matter is actually that the deity was so tall, and making a model out of with such a big model with such intricate details, no sthapati at that time was willing to make the deity. They thought it was impossible. They thought, no, this is not going to work. But His Divine Holiness decided, no, this is what has to happen. And without taking any obstacle, he himself went and sat sincerely to make this deity in 2006. After the creation of this deity, it started its shipment in 2007 to Los Angeles. The first stop was in Los Angeles before making its final destination in Seattle, Washington. The miracle which happened, Swamiji himself, His Divine Holiness, was there when to receive the deity and the Nataraja deity when it arrived in Los Angeles. When they opened the box to which was holding the Nataraja deity, a 8-foot long king cobra was actually slithering out and just disappeared like that. There are actually many eyewitnesses who have seen this, who are still there to testify, to tell that this has happened. And understand that the journey from Chennai, India, to Los Angeles by ship and by road is almost a 6-month journey. There's no way a king cobra, an Indian king cobra, could have survived that long of a journey. But the truth was that king cobra was there to accompany Paramashiva himself in his Ananda Tandava, as His Divine Holiness has already infused the energy of Paramashiva as he himself carved the deity, and he himself infused that energy of Ananda Nataraja in when he was carving it and when he was making that deity. In fact, as Nataraja deity was going to the Los Angeles city, the box itself was not closed because the deity was already breathing. His Divine Holiness had said that because he had spent so much of time with that deity personally, making it, his hands literally made it, and he infused that energy into the Nataraja deity, the automatic prana pratishtha had happened, meaning that the deity became alive. It started breathing. And once the prana pratishtha has happened, we must treat that deity as Paramashiva himself living and breathing in that deity. That is why even the box which the deity had gone on ship and then by road, no matter where he went, he was always open box so that he can have fresh air and so that he can continuously breathe. In February of 2008, the temple in Seattle, Washington in the United States was inaugurated coincidentally on my pre-monastic birthday, along with so many thousands of devotees who actually had come to receive the deity, who had come and celebrate the inauguration of the Seattle temple. This deity was consecrated in Seattle and is still there. His Divine Holiness probably did not know that for thousands, including myself and actually so many sannyasis who are with us today, that this deity will always be there in their hearts. But for the sake of the mission and for the sake of building Sri Kailasa, His Divine Holiness poured his life and energy into the making of this deity, infusing of this deity. So I request the NTV team to just show that photo once more in order for all of us to have the darshan of Nithyananda Nataraja, the form of Nataraja, which is in similar form of Swamiji himself, of His Divine Holiness himself as he is today. This is the deity who His Divine Holiness infused that energy of Ananda Tandava. Praying to this deity, worshipping this deity will ultimately give that energy of ultimate Tyaga and Ananda Tandava, which Paramashiva conducts in the cosmic dance to all of us. Once again, now going back to Ma Bhaktika Swami to share with us how throughout Swamiji's life, not only in building and reviving of Sri Kailasa has he demonstrated the ultimate Tyaga, but from the very beginning itself, in so many different aspects of his biography of the Avatar.
Thank you, Manisada Shupriyananda. That was an amazing sharing about our dear Nithyananda Nataraja that stands tall in Seattle today, blessing and gracing the entire humanity. Like we've always seen in the life of Bhagwan, the mission started from the time he assumed the human form, even as a baby, as a toddler. And testimony to this are thousands of people from the various phases of his life as he moved place to place in the building of Sri Kailasa, the only Hindu nation. The building of Sri Kailasa started silently from day one. It came public only in the year 2000 when Bhagwan declared his mission for humanity as the living incarnation of Paramashiva, his mission for humanity of building Sri Kailasa, the only Hindu nation. It is needed because Hindu Dharma holds the science of enlightenment, and it is a necessity for humanity to touch base with the science of enlightenment today and have the superconscious breakthrough and enter into the existence of living as the divine, Paramashiva himself. We are now going to see how Bhagwan, throughout his life, has lived this intensity of Ananda Nataraja, has been engaged in the cosmic Ananda Tandava in the tangible human plane. Every eyewitness from Bhagwan's life, the, the essence of their sharing with us has always been the intensity of Bhagwan, the intense activism. When we go to share the sharings of his classmates who were there along with him in the Polytechnic in Rajagopal Polytechnic, Gudiyatam, where Bhagwan actually went through a 3-year diploma course in mechanical engineering. You're now going to actually watch the eyewitness sharing of his classmate. His classmate has something so entirely different to share, different from academics. He talks about how Bhagwan lived his lifestyle, the intensity with which he was even blessing people at that point in time. And you're going to hear from his own, the headmistress and the head of the department. Each one will share multiple dimensions. And when you put the whole thing together, you will be able to understand the intensity and the multiple dimensions, 360 degrees in which Bhagavan lived all his life. And you're also going to hear from his own monastic uh, brahmachari brother, Gopal Maharaj, who shared a room with him when Bhagavan spent 4 austere years in Sri Ramakrishna Mutt in Chennai and in Calcutta. And Gopal Maharaj just sums it up like anything, the intense activity of Bhagavan. Before that, a gentle reminder to all our viewers to kindly share the post from Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, Bhagwan's own profile in Facebook, where he has given the clarion call, the direct clarion call from Paramashiva from Kailasa about today's Satsang, which we are about to witness at 7:30 a.m. Ultimate revelations about cosmology for the whole world. 13th of April 2020, 7:30 a.m. IST. We are just hardly hour away from it. So I read the post once again for the benefit of all. It is the direct clarion call from Bhagavan himself. Yes, and the quote, direct clarion call from Paramashiva from Kailasa. Ultimate revelations about cosmology for the whole world. 13th April 2020, 7:30 a.m. IST. O humanity, listen to the truths about cosmology directly from Paramashiva and realign yourself to these great revelations. This will be the greatest breakthrough for modern day human beings. Fundamental cosmological truths Paramashiva will be revealing. All the 18 Puranas and Upapuranas of Hinduism is history of cosmos, not mythology. Vision for humanity and world and all beings, science of beings and identity as per cosmos. All are welcome to join live at nithyananda.tv at 7:30 a.m. IST. Share and celebrate, enrich and enjoy. The ultimate compassion of the incarnation. A direct clarion call. We request each and every one of you to share this post from Kailasa's Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile. Share it with as many groups as you are part of. Share it with your near and dear ones. The benefit of it you will experience in your life. Because which being after attending this live satsang of Bhagavan is going to have the turning point in his or her life, we never know. And that the punya for that, the benefit of that will reach you in your life. It is a science of cosmos. You are seeing the post once again. As we are preparing ourselves to receive Bhagavan live, to listen, to receive this breakthrough message for today. So please take another 2 minutes off and share this post immediately and earn the punya, the benefit of it in your life. Share it with your near and dear ones. Call up your family, friends, and tell them to log on to nithyananda.tv right now and join this very pre-satsang segment and stay on to receive Bhagavan live. Does not for a moment think what relevance cosmology has in our life. Our life is part of the cosmos, and understanding the deeper truths of cosmology from the incarnation is like having the user manual for our life in our hands. As we watch Bhagavan radiating, living every moment of his life, it is time we woke up to it in our own life and started applying the deeper truths of the cosmos in our own life. There is a direct relevance always between the truths revealed by the great incarnations and our life. Otherwise, they will not be revealing it. From what they share, we should be intelligent to catch that is the need of the hour in our own personal life at that moment. We have discarded enough. We have disregarded the great incarnations enough. Now humanity is facing global dangers, and it is high time we woke up and addressed the global crisis and individual crisis in each of our lives. Just simple obedience and simple integrity to the words of the great incarnations is enough. We will have the breakthrough in our life. Kindly continue to share during this entire pre-satsang segment this particular post of Bhagavan and continue to call for improvements. It's too important and too critical. It is not a luxury, it is not an option, it is a necessity. The superconscious breakthrough has become a necessity for each one of us. It always was, and now I think with the global crisis going on, I think we're having a slight internet issue. Yes, I think it is sorted out now. I think the internet issue is sorted out now. Continue to share the post and continue to call your near and dear ones for today's live satsang by Bhagavan. And let us now watch a few of the delightful sharings I was mentioning just a few moments earlier about Yaga and the intense activity, the Ananda Tandava of Bhagavan in the human plane, in the domain of man, tangible for us to perceive and understand and imbibe it in our own life. Let us watch a few of these sharings. First, one of Bhagavan's own classmates in the Polytechnic shares about his activities, his consistent activities for the group of people who were available to him at that time. How the blessing started from day one. You can hear from his sharing, and then you can also hear from his own head, the headmistress of the Polytechnic, what an impact Bhagavan made with his Tyaga and with his ultimate compassion on each being. And you will continue to hear from one of his co-brahmacharis, one of his fellow monks from Sri Ramakrishna Math, where he spent 4 austere years, 1995 to 1999, about the intense Tyaga and activism of Bhagavan. Bhagavan connects to the need of each one of us every moment and showers us with it. And this he has been doing from the time he landed on the planet. It did not matter whether he was a toddler or a child or a teenager or a monk in the Ramakrishna Mutt or guiding all of us today. It was the same. His tyaga, his contribution is the same because he is the material of the avatar of Paramashiva himself. It can never change. Yes, we are now going to watch the three sharings. Watch what they are uttering. Give it your deep listening.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்துல ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்ல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து ஒரே நபர் எங்க கார் ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பாரு. குளிச்சு வந்து தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாங்க. பூஜை செய்து விட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் டின்னர் வச்சு இன்னைக்கு இந்த நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாரும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாங்க.
சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனா அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்பதான் கரெக்டா புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது வந்து ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த பிள்ளைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவநிலையிலையோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்து அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி வந்து உடனே வேலைக்கு போவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அந்த சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து
In every phase of Bhagwan's life, people noticed the multiple dimensions in which he was operating simultaneously at the same time. And that is exactly the rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and giving liberation. All of the cosmological acts happen continuously, unstoppingly. And in the human domain, Bhagwan has radiated this from day one for humanity to catch and imbibe in each of our lives. As we're on this subject of cosmological truths, in front of our eyes, we have as a living example Paramashiva himself in human form to radiate this in our own life. We are now going to watch another short video where the Adi Kailash Kutir that we just saw a few minutes back, the small shelter from which the humble beginnings of Bhagwan started in building the Hindu nation of Sri Kailasa, the owner who donated the land, Mr. Pratap Rao, shares how Bhagwan's life, he's of course a direct eyewitness. He used to spend days and nights with Bhagwan in that small shelter, and all his produce in the land he used to come and put in that small room, and he shares with us in this very short video how those days of Adi Kailash Kutir used to be with Bhagwan. Let us watch the video now.
Okay, I'm here now back after about 2-3 years because I wasn't well. My association with this tree started in 1968 as a small boy. And in 69, Radhakrishna Swamiji came and told us that this place is a very holy place. So you shouldn't be playing under this place. You shouldn't be jumping on the tree. Because which we used to do in 1968 as small boys. So after that we have started the pujas every week on Mondays. And it kept on going on till I handed this place over to Swamiji to further develop it, and today you can see what it is. Dakshinamurti. This was already done. This one was done. In fact, when 2003, when I handed it over to Swamiji, it was a very small affair and going on. And after he came here and settled down here, and then one day he said, no, I have to start staying here on this land. Only then from things are going to happen. Things really speeded up. The ashram came up, the quarters came up for Swamiji to stay here only. They all happened just a matter of 6 months. The basic ashram started off functioning with about, I think at that time there must have been at least about 50 people staying here and now, as I see, people are coming from all over the world, from different walks of life, different people. In fact, I've met a very prominent people here, world famous surgeons and all that, who have come to Swamiji. So I was just thinking, when he is world famous, what is he doing here? So then he was saying, no, even I need some peace. So that is when he came here, stayed for some time. And many such people have come and stayed here and experienced this, whom I have met. Very prominent people in the world scene. Surgeons, politicians, from different walks of life.
Yeah,
I met all the people from all over the world making it a pilgrimage center and making it a point to come here, stay here for a couple of days and experiencing all this with Swamiji. So from a small village, it has gone out to the entire world.
Mr. Pratap Rao is talking sitting under the very sacred banyan tree in Adi Kailash, the spiritual headquarters of the global mission. And he is one of the earliest eyewitnesses after the public declaration of the mission by our beloved Swamiji. And of course, Mr. Pratap Rao has himself had many direct, powerful healing experiences from Swamiji himself. So while we are on this subject of the cosmological truths, while we are waiting for Bhagwan's live darshan and the live satsang on this very topic, I invite our own sannyasi, Nithya Jayananda, to share further insights for deeper understanding. And another gentle reminder to each and every one of you to share Bhagwan's post from Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile, the direct clarion call by Bhagwan to attend today's special breakthrough satsang, which is going to start at around 7:30 just now. And please do share this post as much as you can and call up your near and dear ones and ask them to tune in right now to nithyananda.tv. Nithyananda.tv and not miss on this breakthrough message directly from Bhagwan. We'll give you a minute to continue calling your family, friends, and relatives. We cannot take our shares lightly because we don't know who is going to read this and tune in because of the one share that we did, and what a turning point and breakthrough it is going to be in their life.
continue to share Swamiji's post, share the message, and invite everybody, your friends, your family, to join us today for today's Nithya Satsang that Swamiji has himself said will be a breakthrough for humanity. And indeed, his words are not casual at all. While I was listening to Ma Bhaktika and Ma Sadashvapriya share about Swamiji's intensity, his tyaga, makes me wonder as to how he's able to do it. What makes him, what drives him to do this level of tyaga? Intensity and continuity from the day one. All of us know, whether it is your job, whether it is your school, we have so many ups and downs. We have a day when we're really inspired. We have so many days when we are not. But Swamiji, from day one, has been consistently, in fact, increasing exponentially the amount of work and continues to do it even now. While going through a satsang, a talk from Swamiji, where he shares about cosmology, he shares about the 11 dimensions, the 25 states of consciousness, Swamiji himself quotes towards the end of the satsang, which really clicked with me, which I would like to read out just the 2 lines verbatim for you, which will make it clear, I feel, for all of you also, as to what makes Swamiji, what drives Swamiji to do this level of tyaga and how we can take inspiration from that. Swamiji beautifully says in his own words, if you know the higher possibilities of your existence, you will value the human body, which can radiate consciousness in its real worth. And as long as you are having it, you will use it for the best purpose. That is all I'm trying to do. I want you to know you are having the most amazing, valuable product of the planet Earth, the human body, which can reflect superconsciousness. Swamiji goes on to say in the satsang that he is here just to make us realize this, just to give us that experience, to give us that conscious breakthrough. And he realizes the dire need that humanity is in today. Especially the scenario, the situation that humanity, that the world is today, that we are seeing due to the widespread of the coronavirus. There are thousands whom we have lost, near and dear ones, just over the past few months. Countries, so many places are in lockdown and quarantine. Whether you're watching us today, you are disheartened, you're questioning the purpose of life, you've seen the loss of a near one, and you're wondering why at all we are living, whether you're a person like that, or you're somebody who's not much affected by the pandemic, you're sitting back home in quarantine, maybe taking this time off to do the things you like to do, to just maybe spend some time with your family. Whoever you are, let us understand the science that Swamiji has come to give all of us. The science of cosmology is nothing but revealing to us our own ultimate possibility. It is not something out there about the cosmos. It is about you and your possibility, because you are Paramashiva, is what Swamiji teaches us. Swamiji says that when we are not even aware of our 11 dimensions, of the 25 states of consciousness, we are not even aware of what our true possibility is. We are so underestimating and underusing ourselves, and that is why whatever you do, even if you think you're completely fine, you're happy, you are living in a very, very low possibility of yourself, and that's why it is never going to give you the ultimate fulfillment. If all of us today come together, just make ourselves available while Swamiji reveals these great truths, these cosmic revelations to all of us. Swamiji says, just understanding your possibility, you will start manifesting them. And Swamiji is here to initiate us into that, and to energize us, to give us that initiation to manifest our higher possibilities. So all that we need to do is make ourselves available today. Having said this, I would definitely request all of you, if you're joining us just now, to take this moment to share this with everybody you know. Use every medium, every platform, every social media platform that you know to take this message to the world. And while you do that, I would like to take you through a video where Swamiji himself explains why we need to understand about these 11 dimensions, about cosmology. What is the need for us, and how is it directly impacting, and how is it going to affect our own lives? How is it going to transform our own lives? Setting this context will indeed help everybody out there to understand the cosmic revelations that Swamiji will be giving all of us during today's live Nithya Satsang. So let us call everybody to join us now, so we prepare ourselves to receive these truths from Paramashiva himself, from Swamiji.
I'll introduce the different dimensions of the universe. Before introducing, I'll tell you the purpose why I am introducing. Understand? You need to logically, rationally, intellectually know all the possibilities available for you. If you know all the possibilities available for you, your life will not be silly. Listen. If you know $1 billion is in your bank balance, will you be fighting with your neighbor for the $1 coin or 2 cent? Oh, I think it is mine. No, my kid dropped, it is mine. Come on, let's fight, and pick up the gun. You will not go for that if you know your possibilities. Understand, life is all about getting matured. Taste getting matured, your greed getting matured, fears getting matured, needs getting matured. It is all about you getting matured. Please understand. At the age of 7, you want to play with a car toy. At the age of 17, you want a car. Then by 25, different style cars. Your desire is getting matured. That is what is society calls as growth. But here I am telling you, not just only this level, even in this level, if your desire gets matured, even in your conscious level, you have conscious maturity happening. For example, depth of your existence. Listen carefully. Everyone tries to ask me what technique I should do. No, technique is not solution. I am not here to give you technique. I am here to give you depth of personality. Every time people ask me, if I don't manifest powers, what technique I should do? No technique. Your cognition about you need to be changed. That's all. That is the permanent technique. That is the permanent solution. Not that you will close your eyes and put your squeaky and somewhere and look here, there and chant some sound and you will blow your nose. Depth of self, universe and God.
So very briefly and so beautifully, Swamiji tells us that there is no technique There's no practice. It is just about experiencing your depth, understanding who you really are. And that is what Swamiji is here to give it to us. Through everything that he is doing, whether it is reviving the rituals of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, whether it is the yoga, whether it's the lifestyle, whether it's the various sampradayas that he is reviving, every dharma is to make us realize and experience that depth in our personality. In Swamiji's own words, he says, Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the richest tradition, right? So whether you take any aspect from the ancient times, time and again we say that anything that you take, any science, whether it is mathematics, science, physics, agriculture, any aspect of life that you take, Hinduism has already dived and plunged into its depths and made it a science and recorded it and made it available for humanity. Why I say this is, through the years of persecution, we have lost out and even forgotten that so much of treasure is there in our Sanatana Dharma. Just for example, the concept of gender, something that the whole humanity is fighting hard to understand and to find solutions for gender problems. Swamiji beautifully yesterday also in the Paramashivoham program guided all the participants through a wonderful completion with their own gender. In the West, we know only 3 genders, the male, female. But in Hinduism, Swamiji reveals we have 11 genders. Whether you are a male physiology and a male psychology, the male muscle memory and the male psychology, or you're a male muscle memory, male physiology, with a female psychology, everything, all the various permutations, combinations, Hinduism recognizes, and for each of them prescribes their path to enlightenment. Each of them is eligible, not just eligible, but is completely capable of experiencing the ultimate possibility in them. Similarly, the 11 dimensions. Humanity has only come up to 5 dimensions, where Swamiji reveals in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we have 11 dimensions of the universe. And not just revealing the 11 dimensions, Swamiji makes it as a useful, practical experience in all our lives. Like how Swamiji says with 11 genders, just identifying your true gender, just understanding about your gender and identifying your true gender itself will solve all the problems. It is our ignorance that is causing so much of problem that we continue to destroy ourselves, not even understanding our true gender. Just by teaching us to identify and come to completion with our own gender, how all the issues, how all the problems of gender is dissolved and you come to such a completion within your being. Similarly, just by introducing these 11 dimensions to us, these 25 states of consciousness, the cosmology to all of us, by making us aware, by making us realize, you will click with it. And that is all that is needed for you to start manifesting that Paramashivatva within you. Don't sit back there saying, oh no, I'm a very devoted person, I will do my puja. All this I don't understand. Swamiji is very clear. It is not cute to be ignorant. But at the same time, Swamiji says very beautifully, all you need to do is make yourself available. He will reveal it, he will make it sink into your system. Whatever needs to be done, he will do. Just be available. I would like all of us to watch another video by Swamiji, where Swamiji beautifully teaches us and tells us and explains to us more about these 11 dimensions and 25 states of consciousness. Can we have the video, please?
Sanatana Hindu Dharma is rich man's religion. Means who is really rich in everything. It is not created to control the mass with certain ideas and concepts and like a mental prison. No. This Dharma teaches you mind is a prison. So it never was generated. So whatever I shared now, I'll give you the essence in few lines. What is out there reflects here. Some of the scientists and researchers who are studying the reflection have found the reference. What is out there is not just 4 dimension, at least 11 dimension. And the methodology they used, algebraic topology, and the informations they have, they even tried to map it down on the brain of the rat and confirming many of the informations they have makes sense. So I am giving them my support in 2 ways. You are only working on what is reflecting here. Unfortunately, a normal brain's reflection is not complete. That's first. Second, we actually have a documentation of what is out there by the owner who is out there. And it is available in here. We can provide you the documentation. Next to the documentation, we can provide you a live laboratory where you can see the reflection, a pure reflection of what is out there in here, to take your researches further. So you can try to understand what is in here and what is out there. Pindanda and Brahmanda. Like your algebraic topology, which can function as a telescope and microscope together for Pindanda, reflection. Our oneness filled third eye can be used as a telescope and microscope together for the Brahmanda, cosmos. You have a live telescope, microscope together for cosmos. So, the live telescope, microscope together for cosmos is inviting you all to support you all in further researches you want to do on this 11 dimensions aspect. So with this, let me start the program. I started the program saying I am going to introduce Mahasadashiva. I only prepared you to introduce Mahasadashiva. I need to convince you why such complex understandings about cosmos and life need to happen. Understand? If you have complex understandings, you will not have complex problems. If you don't have, and if you are avoiding complex understandings, you will have complex problems. Decide whether to put your energy towards the understanding and problem-free life, or avoid putting energy towards understanding and live with problems. In any field, if you want to be successful, you need to put little your time and energy to understand the logic of that field. Even to operate a cell phone, you need to pick up the cell phone, understand where is the number, how to press and all that, and where to keep. You can't keep it somewhere and talk, you have to keep it in your ears and near the mouth. Now you need to understand the logic. So if you want to understand and manifest the powers, want to experience Kailasa, you need to decide, you should understand Kailasa. You can't say, oh, I am an innocent devotee and I am a simple person. Just no. Your ignorance is neither cute nor welcome. And you are not created for ignorance. Be very clear. Be very clear. All you need is your decision to complete with the pattern of celebrating your ignorance as cute, as if something right, as if it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Seeker is a person who is trying to understand cosmos. So you have to understand cosmos. You can't say, I want to go to Kailash, I want to experience Kailash, I want to understand the whole cosmos, I want to manifest all the powers, but I am very innocent, little ignorant, very innocent, old devotee. That's not cute. That's not cute. Complete with the pattern of celebrating ignorance, because I am going to introduce some of the very important truths of life. We need to understand cosmos because we are working and living, functioning in the cosmos. Making it as simple as possible and mapping it in such a way your inner space grasps it, experiences it, is my job. That is my job. I will do it. But not even interested in entering, holding my hand to come along with me is not right. So hold my hand and come along with me. It means sit with integrity and listening, and come along with me. I'll take you to Kailash now.
Yes. So I think Swamiji delivers the essence to us in the last statement, where he just sit with integrity. Just make yourself available and listen to what Swamiji has to reveal to all of us. And he will take us to Kailash. He will give us that experience to all of us. Swamiji has done all the tapas, all the tyaga, everything that he needs to do. And all that he asks us is just to sit with integrity and listen and try to internalize as much as we can. Let us not get into a mode of denial, saying, no, I don't need it, or I can't understand it. Nothing. Let us just do tyaga of just these cognitions and sit here with integrity, with the receptive space. Let me receive, let me cognize what Paramashiva is trying to reveal to me. Whatever it may be, for the next few hours that you have, maybe you've planned your day, maybe you have some things to attend to. We sincerely recommend and request all of you to put that aside just for a few hours. Make yourself available for the Nithya Satsang today by Swamiji. And you will see how these cosmic truths about the cosmology, how it will bring in a transformational breakthrough in your life. And through all of us, Swamiji is creating that breakthrough for humanity itself. So whatever it may be, maybe it's some time with your family that you plan, maybe it's a meeting. If you can postpone it or move it aside, please do so. Make yourself available just for the next few hours. These few hours of your life is what you really came here for, to realize your purpose, to express and experience your ultimate possibility. Please take these few minutes to share this message to everybody. Again and again, let us remind people, whatever reason they are giving you, inspire them to just do tyaga of those few things today to make themselves available. All they have to do is click on one link. Swamiji is coming out live on Nithyananda TV, making these truths available to humanity at large. Let us take that effort of just reaching this message out to people, of making them click and just log in and listen to these truths. You do not know what this can do for their lives.
while we are sharing the live link with our family, friends, and relatives, let us hear from our own sannyasi, Nithya Atmananda Swami, her own experience of internalizing the cosmological truths by Bhagavan and what an impact and transformation it has made in her own life. Nithyananda Ma.
Nithyananda Ma, it is such a lifestyle to lead. The way Swamiji always not only show how we have to be active, he always makes us trainers through his activism. So one of the situation, one of the scene which I wanted to share, which I myself personally have seen Swamiji being so active, which inspires each individual, each Adinavasi to be active. So once actually in 2016 or something, we are having multiple programs conducted in Adi Kailash, which is around some 4 programs are happening in multiple sabhas within Adi Kailash itself. So each program has its unique way of giving the product to the participants. So Swamiji personally, like, Swamiji not only conducts the program, he sees the menu which we are going to serve to the participants, and whether the menu has been served as per scheduled, and to the each detail, the way Swamiji involves and keeps us so inspiring. From starting from the tech people, whether the whole setup is ready or the serving team is ready and the class is ready, to the every minute detail, the way Swamiji shows being so inspired, which makes and keeps all our Adinavasis to be so active. Starting from giving the higher truths about cosmology, how the cosmology works from the universal, from the macrocosm level to the microcosm level, what we have to be involved is so amazingly Swamiji brings to the to the activity level. So how we have to be actively involving, only our activism brings the whole secrets of cosmology to reveal, to unfold itself to us. So if we see a lot of devotees who sees, who experiences the whole environment, the whole ecosystem in Adi Kailash or any of our Sri Kailasa's ecosystem, which inspires each one of us to be actively participating and seeing the energy levels to take us to the next level, the conscious levels to the next level. So here Ma Bhaktika Swami.
Great, Ma. And do tell our viewers how many years you have been with Bhagavan, sannyasi.
So it's like from past, I have came to the Adinam in 2010. It's like almost 10 years which I have seen Swamiji inspiring millions of people untiringly, starting from waking up the brahmacharis and teaching us yoga and how to how to do puja. Even the training of pujacharyas is personally done by Swamiji untiringly. The day one, if Swamiji has given one instruction, after 10 years also, with the same intensity, with the same wordings, verbatim, Swamiji gives the same instruction to any generations which comes. So his activism, unless we are so clear and active and focused on what we are doing, it is not possible to give such kind of um, intensity to the next generations. How many ever generation comes, it will be the same, with the same activism, with the same clarity, with the same uh, um, what to say, the same energy level, the same enthusiasm Swamiji shows will be so inspiring for everyone to be actively participating in their life. So
Thank you so much, Nithya Atmananda Swami. The journey of each being with the Master, with the incarnation, is a saga by itself, as each being tunes in to the cosmological truths and realizes the truths in their own life and transforms their own individual life to higher and higher and higher frequencies, finally understanding what an integral part of the cosmos they are and why understanding the cosmological truth becomes so important. Otherwise, we live just completely oblivious to the cosmological truths, thinking that that is out there and there is someone else conducting it and our life is mutually exclusive to it. We now have with us Kathleen Kring from Kansas City, USA, who is going to share with us her roller coaster ride, literally in the past 1.5 months. She belongs to the first historic batch of the Oneness with the Avatar program, the 11-day program that happened in Tiruvannamalai, in the birth town of beloved Bhagwan. And from there, amidst the raging corona, she actually made her way back into her country safely with no questions asked from anybody. And it was a miracle journey for her. It has been a miracle journey for her since then. And then she walked straight into the Paramashivoham level 2 batch 1, historic batch again. And after that, she has continued and she's attending the second batch as well. And she has had amazing spiritual experiences in the zone of the cosmological truths. And just the satsang now we heard from Swamiji, where he said, I will take you to Kailasa. We have an awesome experience, a once-in-a-lifetime experience for Kathleen Kring. Her journey to Kailasa during one of the powerful initiation sessions from beloved Bhagwan. I now invite Kathleen Ma, Nithyananda Ma. It's wonderful to have you on the panel today.
Nithyananda Bhaktika, thank you so much for inviting me. So good to see you again.
Yes,
I want to express so much gratitude to Swamiji. This last month and a half has been just incredible, more than any dream could possibly be come true. I feel like I have just been swimming in 6 months of just pure Swamiji, day in, day out. Even the first batch of Paramashivoham number 2, I mean, I was awake 20 to 22 hours every day, not even feeling exhausted. I was feeling great. And I don't know how he does that. But that was really, really special and so blessed to just be in back-to-back-to-back programs. It's so incredible. Each one vastly different. And each one just learning so much on so many levels. And the longer I go, the more and more things from before keep popping up in different ways, and I keep learning. So thank you for that wonderful introduction. You mentioned when Swamiji told us he would take us all to Kailasa, and that experience I had just was so beautiful and so amazing. And I was just, in the meditation, and not much was going on for quite a while. And then all of a sudden, I just saw that I was on the back of Nandi, and it was so sweet. Can you hear me all right, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It was just so sweet. Nandi was huge, and I was so small on the back. And he was just walking along so slowly, and I was just sitting there loving it, enjoying the ride. It was so peaceful. The road was just paved in huge flat stones, and it was just like a wide boulevard, trees everywhere, and it was just a very long, quiet walk. It was so sweet. And then we get up to this huge gate, much like the one at Bidadi, or where you are in Tiruvannamalai, a big wooden gate, but it was huge. And Nandi just lays down so quietly, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I should probably go then. And I sort of managed to slide off around his neck onto the pavement. And I noticed behind me the gate was cracked open a little bit. So I'm thinking that was the clue that I needed to go inside. But I was really so reluctant to leave Nandi. It was so sweet, such a blissful time, and I didn't want to say goodbye. And I just sort of found myself walking up backwards, walking away from Nandi, not wanting to take my eyes off him, but yet wanting to go inside where I was supposed to go. And I went in the gates, and when I turned around, I could see this magnificent banyan tree. It was all gold, and it was so huge. I can't even explain how huge it was. I couldn't see the end of it. You know, the canopy of the branches and leaves. I couldn't. It was just going on forever, and it was so beautiful. And there was just like dust floating down, almost like tiny snow, but it was just little gold dust everywhere, and it was just so beautiful and quiet and peaceful. And then there at the very end, it's like I became an onlooker watching myself, and while I was looking at myself, the self I was looking at just sort of poof turned into this little golden butterfly and flew off inside. So that was just a beautiful, beautiful vision he gave me of Kailasa. It was so, so magnificent.
That's amazing sharing, Kathleen. Kathleen, very few people are blessed with such a vivid experience of, whatever of a journey to Kailasa itself, because during that particular initiation meditation, that was exactly what Swamiji had said and declared to the group. And we were just stunned to hear your sharing. And how would you connect the cosmological truths that Swamiji is revealing every day, the relevance of it? How do you experience in your life? And why do you think it's so important to tune into those truths? Whereas really we're living in the binary logic world where we think it's so mutually exclusive. You know, our life is so busy and down here on the human plane, and why bother ourselves with the cosmology and cosmological truths? What is your understanding in this journey, especially from the past 1.5 months with Swamiji?
Well, I can say I try to listen intently to absolutely everything he says, and I try to remind myself daily the things that he has revealed that he does, I should also try to do in some measure that I can. But I also know, even though, you know, something I heard months ago might pop up tomorrow, and I'll understand it in a completely new way. And one of those instances happened to me today, where I was watching again Swamiji explain about his first enlightenment experience when he was 11 or 12. But before that, a year before that, when his guru was telling him that the body feels no pain, and the guru went home and took his dad's razor and sliced his leg open, right, his thigh, and that whole conversation he had with his guru after that, and he said, think about, how did he put it? Think about who is it that's experiencing the pain? Who is it that's suffering? Because Guru was upset. He said, you said I would feel no pain, and I felt pain. What's the deal? And
so the viewers are going to be a little confused here, because your Guru, of course, is Swami, so you're mentioning Guru. Whereas in the incident, Swamiji's Guru is Annamalai Swamigal. So you'll have to distinguish between the two and tell them. So you can use the term Swamiji when you're talking about Swamiji, and Swamiji's Guru when you're talking about Swamiji's Guru. Yes, please go ahead. So Swamiji slipped his right thigh to experiment with the truth that he heard from his Guru, Annamalai Swamigal. And yes, carry on.
Sorry. Right. So when that story was going on today, I remembered, I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to slice my leg open, but I very vividly remembered a month ago during our fire walking experience, I did experience some pain. And I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting to feel any, but I did feel quite a bit. And so that came back to me vividly very quickly listening to Swamiji's story. So I'm thinking, okay, we've been doing all these completion exercises in the program right now with Paramashivoham, where we relive things from our past that we need to complete. And it just kind of all went click, click, click in my head today. So that was a big, vivid pain. So there's something there I need to complete. And how can I apply it? So I'm going to do a completion on that and relive that painful part of that event with the cognition, to start thinking, when I relive it, instead of going, ow, 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 what's happening to my body? This is insane pain. I'm going to go back and say, who's feeling the pain? What is the source of this pain? Who's really suffering? What's the source of that suffering? So I'm excited to do that completion. I'm going to do that tomorrow.
That's Kathleen. And I know how quickly you got over that pain. In fact, even before you left Tiruvannamalai, you said it taught you very deep lessons. And
Yes.
How the cosmological truths we hear from Bhagavan, we start applying in our own life.
Yes.
That's fantastic, Kathleen. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much, and Nithyanandam. And please continue. You are part of the Paramashivoham batch 2 again, doing it for the second time. And I wish you the best in your journey with Swamiji. Thank you, Kathleen. Nithyanandam.
Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Thank you, Ma. We now have with us Akhil Kurali joining us now. Welcome, Akhil. And the viewers and all of us are very eager to hear what you have to share with us today, as we're all poised to receive Bhagavan, the live darshan and live satsang in just a few minutes from now. Go ahead, Akhil.
Nithyananda. So I just wanted to share this one particular thing. Moment Swamiji announced that he was doing a cosmology satsang today. I think this happened during Mahasadashivam, during the satsangs there, as part of the program. There, Swamiji mentioned about how why Shiva's why does Shiva's jatas have the moon, right? And then he was mentioning about how the moon was actually in a tidal lock. He didn't use the word tidal lock. He was actually revealing from Shastras. And he himself was revealing that how moon and earth's rotation are in sync. Like typically when earth rotates around the sun, the rotation of the earth is independent of the revolution of around the sun. Like for example, earth rotates in 24 hours, whereas it revolves in 365 days.
Yes.
In a moon, there is no rotation that is happening. In that sense, they are synchronized. Like for example, moon takes over 27 point odd days to revolve. It takes the same amount of time to rotate around it as well. So what it means is you never see the dark side of the moon. And I was always wondering as a kid, why do we keep saying dark side of the moon? Don't we see it every day? And only later on when you were researching, you figured out, okay, yeah, this is explained by tidal lock at a much, much later stage. And if you start dating Shastras like this, there is no end to it. I mean, the number of years back it would have been revealed. And the state of mind the individual would have been, or the state of being, to understand these concepts, I don't know how many thousand years back, that was like a major click for me. Like, you go back and start digging up all the things that you were hearing as stories. What were stories, what are not stories?
And now Bhagavan is doing all the digging and sharing and initiating and ensuring that all those powerful cognitions, cosmological truths and cognitions are just being drilled into us, so that, like you said, imagine the quality of human beings who lived at that time to decipher all of this, all the truths of Paramashiva. Now what he's doing exactly in the establishing the Sri Kailasa Hindu nation is recreating those quality of beings in all of us. We are going to be living like the ancient rishis who can absorb these cosmological truths and make it an integral part of our day-to-day life, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, actually, for people who have been following for a long time, now it becomes very easy to understand a lot of these subtle concepts, right?
Yes.
Just that opening up of cosmology, now if I go back and read any of the Shastras, right, like Bhagavad Gita and all, the level of understanding is phenomenally different. Like when I have these debates with my friends, not debates, but discussions around, what they understand by Bhagavad Gita, what we understand. Even if you have not read the Shastras, the understanding is very deep. So the whole idea of how you understand has to undergo a change. It is not a simple, trying to apply A plus B equal to C kind of logical extension of things.
And it is no more an option or a luxury or, a subject which you will touch if you wish for it or not. It is actually a necessity, because unless we live in oneness with the cosmological truths, we are not going to have the breakthrough in our consciousness. Our rishis lived in oneness, and that is why such extraordinary achievements which are timeless and still being researched by scientists today. So actually, understanding the cosmological truths and cosmology is a necessity for us, especially as human beings. Only then the superconscious breakthrough is going to happen to us, which is why Bhagavan is addressing that to us today. Because whatever they discuss is the need of the hour for us. Otherwise, they will not discuss it. That was a fantastic insight, Akhil. Thank you so much. It is now time for us, actually, all our dear viewers, to receive Bhagavan. Let us prepare to receive the live darshan and the breakthrough live satsang for today. As we sit in congregation, about to receive the message from the clarion call of Paramashiva himself. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And continue to be in the space of keeping your being open and receiving powerful cognitions from Bhagavan.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Every morning, Swamiji, Paramashiva, gives us a gift. Wonderful gifts that we do not even know the value or grandeur of how great they are. Today, Paramashiva has given us the gift of playing with time, expanding it as we want, just giving us the powerful cognitions and infusing us with the powers. So we are able to be having that life positive space. So we can manifest the time, stretch the time, and play with the time. If we look at the Puranas, whichever demon we took, the problem was they did not know how to elongate their time. Because they were so life negative, their life was short. But they always wanted to have immortality. So instead of trying, instead of learning how to become immortal, how to elongate their time infinitely, they were trying shortcuts. They would do tapas to receive some boon, thinking they are very smart, only to be finally outwitted by Paramashiva himself. Whether it is Mukasura, Hiranyakashipu, Tarakasura, you take the whole list of demons. Everyone wanted to live for eternity, but did not know how to get it the right way. How to get it, end of story. So, we know, history shows that they end up dead. In our day-to-day life, at this time, when there is so much of negativity that is happening outside, we see the effects of the COVID-19. What all impact it has on the world when so much of negativity is spreading. Paramashiva is giving us that gift, the chance for us to manifest Paramashiva, especially giving us the power to elongate our time, to be life positive, to be in excitement, to manifest time, and not only that, manifest the life that we want. We are so gifted, so blessed amidst this great crisis that is engulfing the world. We have Paramashiva to uplift us, to keep us, to give us the powerful space, and for us to experience Paramashiva himself. Let us not miss this opportunity of becoming or experiencing the being of Paramashiva. That we can experience through the Paramashivoham level 2, the 16-day cosmic happening that Swamiji has made it available in 3 sessions at this time, and he's going to make it available 5 sessions every single day to accommodate for different time zones. And not only that, the next batch, the date is already announced. April 21st, the next batch starts. Do not miss. For whatever smallest or so-called biggest obstacles we may think we have, it is nothing. When Paramashiva calls, when Paramashiva himself gives, all we have to do is just say yes. Only best things can happen for us. So register now for Paramashivoham Level 2 at paramashivoham.org/Level 2. As always, I'd like to share some of the experiences the participants from Paramashivoham have to say about their experience. What wonderful gifts that they have received. Today, we have such sharing from Sri Nithya from Los Angeles, Sarvanya Peetam, sharing his experience from Paramashivoham Level 2. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam. My name is Sri Nithya Tyageshwarananda. I am a freelance musician based in Los Angeles, and I just completed batch 1 of the Paramashivoham Level 2 program, the online program that my guru, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is currently doing right now. And they just started batch 2, so I just wanted to share for all of you a little bit about the program and some of the breakthroughs I had, and a little bit about manifesting powers. And I wanted to share with all of you guys that are interested. For myself, it's been quite a journey with Swamiji, and I haven't done a program, haven't attended a program since 2016, and so it was really, it was quite nice to be with him in the program again, especially from home. It was an intense experience, but a great spiritual experience, and I think when I first took a program with Swamiji, one of the biggest breakthroughs I had was I realized that because our day-to-day lives are so busy, we rarely take such an extended period of time to ourselves, right? Not a vacation or anything like that, but a real introspective time, right? Where we just dig. And this 16-day program that we just did right now, this online program, it really reminded me a lot of that time. And it was ended up being a very sweet, intimate experience with Swamiji, even though we were doing it online and he wasn't physically present. Especially the last session that I had with him. It was quite an experience, right? The way he talked, the way he sat, the way he shared, the way he expounded on the truths. It was almost like being in a very small, in his courtyard. He used to have this courtyard in Bidadi, in his main ashram. And I never got to experience that firsthand, and it felt like this was the closest I could get to that, and it was really quite amazing. The truths that he shared, especially during that last session, was quite amazing. It made the whole program worth it. For me, my favorite parts were all the darshans with him, right? Every single moment with him was just quite amazing, right? It shifted so much in me, and every single one was like just really, it was just about me being available for him, right? For him to do his work on me. And for myself, I really quite enjoyed a few of the manifesting power sessions where the whole of the participants were like a buzz with energy, and they were just contacting each other. Everyone was like really working sincerely to manifest powers. And for myself, I got to experience things like consciousness over matter, people moving matter using the powers of the third eye, and things like feeding the deities, right? And body scans and healing that was like remote healing that was just like spot on in sharing and seeing what were the root patterns that are blocking you from some particular thing. And so I'd like to encourage you, if you're thinking about taking this program, this is considering that we're in a shelter-at-home order, especially here in California. If you have the time, if you want to make the time to make this happen, I would encourage you all to do it. You won't get this time back, and this is a great time to really dig in and get to know who you really are and what you really are, right? And so the registration link is paramashivoham.org. Register, experience the program, get a taste of it, and I guarantee that you will stick around for the rest of the days. Nithyanandam, thank you for your time.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
It's time now all the beings should receive Paramashiva. No teaching, no technique, no meditation, no methodology, direct super alchemy process. It will be million times more powerful than Paramashivoham or any program I conducted till now. You are going to experience literal Paramashiva intensely where you are. This will be the most life positive happening. Everything is going to be auspicious. Intangible but definitive experience and sciences of the cosmos is Paramashivoham level 2. This is the most powerful spiritual nuclear explosion. That strong force of Kailasa landing on planet Earth, intense phase of Paramashiva will be transmitted to everyone. The whole program will be conducted absolutely based on the multi-dimensional logic. I introduce the logic and lifestyle way of existence of Kailasa. One thing I can be sure, you will not exist in the program. I can guarantee. Me Paramashiva will there. You will all be manifesting Paramashiva. If 10,000 of us can sit together and manifest the being of Paramashiva, not only will we heal the coronavirus, the whole world, we will give a super conscious breakthrough to the world.
Nithyananda, let's start the manifestation session. Let's sit straight, visualize Bhagavan in prayer, and start the Sakurandana. Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Nyamurtim Vandatitam Gaganasabhisham Tatmasyadivaksham Ekam Nityam Dhammachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavaditam Trigarahitam Satkundam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome to Sri Kailasha Korea Manifesting Session. Welcome everybody. Such a blissful, beautiful space of darshan, diksha. How beautifully Swamiji said, we're all going to have such a beautiful space that we can meet Swamiji in person. How Sabari, the old lady who was hunter's daughter, and she used to eat non-veg and she used to kill animals and everything. And she was completely not liking it, and she gave up eating non-veg and became Tyagi. And she left in search of higher reality and lived in sage Matanga's ashram, doing just seva of cleaning everything. She was so dedicated, sage Matanga blessed her that Rama would come and liberate her.
And she waited and waited and waited and waited. And when Rama went for search of Sita, he comes to the ashram, stays with Sabari, and she literally waits and does such a beautiful space she experiences. She plucks the fruits, eats it, and sees whether it is sweet enough to give Rama, and then offers. Such a wonderful space of Sabari and how she lived under sage Matanga. She was so excited to talk about her guru continuously to Rama, and simply Rama blessed to see the joy in her to celebrate her guru and simply liberate her. Beautifully, Bhagavan has made us really detox ourselves with Pachapatni Virdham. Each and every time that he raises us by detoxing us, new reality starts manifesting in us. Such a blissful space, such a peaceful space in the inner space starts flowing in all of us. Whoever is experiencing that is doing the Panchapatni rhythm so beautifully and enjoying the whole thing. Nothing is disturbing. It's as though everything is perfectly fine. The beautiful space Ranamashi went through when he went through the experience. His friend asked, "For past 1 month you're coming to school, you have never told me what happened." And he says, "Oh, I thought it's a bliss disease. Something happened. I don't know what it is." Like that, each and every detox, Nirahara, Patapati, everything gives us a higher peaceful space. And such a peaceful space, Paramashanta Swarupa inside, Bhagavan himself manifests as each and everything around us. Such a beautiful darshan disha, and how Tyaga of these outer world and going deeper and deeper as Bhagavan guides with such strength, and he himself makes it happen for us. Just living the presence of Bhagavan again and again, we can experience the highest reality. So with that space, let's go to Shastra Pramana today. Shiva Sutta Sutra 3.5. Nari samhara bhuta jaya bhuta kaivalya bhuta prataktavani. This is a beautiful sutra which Bhagavan has given, the merging of or absorbing of the movement of breathing, Nadi samhara, achieving power over gross element from earth to ether. Going beyond the 5 elements, the Panchabhuta that Bhagavan has given us again and again, we empower the whole Panchabhuta with our mind. The earth, the water, the fire, air, and ether. So each of these elements completely binds us because we are completely given the mind, the attention. From the mind, if we continuously move the attention to the breath, he says here, Bhagavan himself inside us, manifesting through us, simply we know the mind is too small to even disturb us or possess us. Here, when you are continuously in the space of consciousness, when you decide to live as Bhagavan himself manifesting through you, in every action, in every thought, in every way, you're blissed out that Bhagavan is inside, possessing you, continuously manifesting through you. The mind simply let merges and lets go the five element which is possessing the whole thing. Simply we can realize the ultimate oneness happening, the entanglement happening, and nothing matters or nothing touches us, and everything is happening beyond an beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva. Recognizing the Paramashiva in you from the Paramashanta Swarupa, from the space of oneness, from the space of peace, and completely bliss out the beautiful space that Bhagavan is inside, manifesting as every object, every being, everything, again and again, living in every dimension, seeing everything as Bhagavan, and seeing everything as consciousness, simply liberates us from the five element which is being empowered by the mind. The more and more we step out of the five element into the oneness with Paramashiva, the entanglement, more and more we rejoice the space of oneness in our hridaya, in our heart. Simply we start manifesting the greater reality, Tyaga of letting go this unrealistic world, the delusion, and understanding that this is only reactionary assumptions that Bhagavan is continuously telling us, and raising ourselves to the space of Bhagavan, the darshan, the diksha, and Tyaga that he explains every day, how intangible is it is something which we experience and which we understand and start living the higher reality and higher possibility that Bhagavan himself is manifesting in us, through us, and through all of us in the ultimate oneness possibility. Sorry for the technical glitch. Nithyanandam. Sorry for the technical glitch. Let's start with the instruction. The power of telekinesthetic. Take some small object, a pen cap or a twig or a small stick. Have a bowl of water, no fan or any kind of air next to it. So place it in one of the corners, take a picture of it, and let's sit straight, get into the meditation, visualize Bhagavan in third eye. Continuously contemplate what Tyaga does, how it raises us to the higher reality, how Pachapatni rhythm gives us such a peaceful space, the inner space, the thoughts just reduce, and simply there's Paramashant Swarupa inside you, and how the manifestation simply raises to the next level and making us realize as consciousness itself. Contemplate on the great truth Bhagavan is giving us and initiating us every day. And chant the Mahavakya mantra that Bhagavan himself has given us. Literally offering a mantra to the Jagni in your stomach raises you to the consciousness, Paramashiva space of Kailasha, simply for you to manifest any reality. So let's sit straight, visualize Bhagavan in third eye, continuously contemplate on Bhagavan's greater truth, and holding that oneness space of the darshan Bhagavan gave in your heart, bring again and again to live from your heart than in your mind. The more and more you start living from your heart, seeing everything as Paramashiva, everything as Swamiji himself, will make you manifest the highest reality. And chant Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Please take a picture of the bowl of water and the stick or whatever object you have put in that, and please share with everybody in tinyurl.com/manifestation. Again and again, every day, Shariyapada, Kriyapada, Yogapada, Jnanapada. Jnanapada is you manifesting the greater reality, the manifestation of Bhagwan, the Leela, to all of us. Just we came here to celebrate Bhagwan, continuously enjoying, continuously holding one space in every action, in every thought, not diverting to your mind whether it's logically possible, impossible, this can be done, this can't be done, I don't have time, how do I do things? Pachapati Vram is the best example to break all the impossibility, because all that is just the dream, just a mind. How we are caught in the illusion, and Bhagavan is releasing us continuously into the higher reality. Holding Bhagavan in your heart continuously in every action, consciously doing that, breaks free from the elementary field, and living that and enjoying that, celebrating that, the oneness space in your heart continuously makes you more and more out of this delusion, and sharing that with the world, enriching the world with the great science that Bhagavan is giving us, especially Pachapati rhythm, fasting, we are taken up, sharing that with the world, will heal the world, making again and again a contribution for others, liberates us from that delusion, and causing people more and more to come and get the blessings of Bhagavan. Again and again, simply liberates us. Anugraha happens in us. It's we who pull us up, or we who push us into delusion. It is our own will that we are doing it again and again. When Bhagavan guides us and pulls us out of delusion, going along with him will make us realize the next possible dimension, that is immortality Bhagavan gives us. Living forever, eternal, in the presence of Bhagavan is the ultimate gift Bhagavan has given us. And sharing that experience and manifesting all these powers continuously is the greatest gift that we have got. With that, let's surrender all these great truths and the manifestation to Swamiji's lotus feet. Again and again, whenever we manifest or don't manifest, surrendering to Bhagavan's feet, whether things happen or not, understanding everything, surrendering to his lotus feet, again and again, expands us, brings us the confidence that he is the doer, he is the doing, and he is only getting everything done. And everything is nothing but him himself, manifested at different things, just for the Leela that Bhagavan is playing. With that, let's visualize Bhagavan in third eye with a deep prayer and gratitude, asking Bhagavan to make Tyaga, Kailasha, as your reality, so that you can be in the presence of Bhagavan, manifesting all these powers and living as Kailashvasi. So with that, let's visualize Bhagavan in third eye and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padakapanastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam. Thank you, Bhagavan. Thank you, each and every one of you. See you in the next Palm Manifestation session. Nithyanandam.